I have competed in 5 Pokemon regionals as of recording this right now. And I think there's one question that has just been on my mind, and maybe y'all have been asking it too. And it's, am I getting any better? Yeah, I think I've just been really wondering, am I improving? I keep going to these regionals. Am I getting any better? I think one of the scariest things about competing, right, is that eventually you have to decide whether or not you're willing to fully try. Because if you really put in the time and you really prepare and you really care and your results don't show or they don't improve, then what? It's like a scary thought. It's something that I realize I'm battling with because I'm always giving reasons why I don't have the time to really prepare. And it's just a bunch of things. I've been going out. I've been doing things, right? I haven't put in all the time it takes to be the best, to be, well, not even the best, just be better, to really improve, right? I need to be putting in a lot more time. And I think I'm afraid to put in that time is what I've realized, because if I do put in all that time and then I'm like, guys, this is the regional that I actually put in. I practice every single day leading up to it for a month. I feel really, really ready and prepared into every single matchup I could see. I studied all the Pokemon. I know all their stats. I know their speed tiers. I know their typings. I know how they interact. I know, I've done all of it. I'm ready. And then I go with that mentality, with that prep, and then I still suck. Woo. Like, I don't know if I can handle that. Anyways, that is just something I've been struggling with, or not even struggling. It's just like a lesson I'm learning about myself in competition, because I actually haven't been a very competitive person my whole life. I think that just comes from me not being the best at things. And it's hard to be competitive when you realize, like, when you try at things, you usually don't do that well. Like, I don't get many first places in things, especially gaming related. So I've kind of just adopted this, like, let me just do it for the experience, for the fun. And ultimately, that's still my mantra when it comes to Pokemon, right? I'm here for the experience. You can still have fun when you're bad. But something about this game makes me want to try. The more that I play, the more I want to be better. It's harder to have a fun, casual time when you enjoy the competition so much, and I know that I have more fun when I win. So then every time I'm like, if I'm going to go to another one, I should prep more, because then I can win more and then I can feel better about it and then have more fun. And that's what I want to do. I want to have fun. It's not as fun if I'm, getting my ass beat. That's just something that's just been on my mind. And anyways, coming into Indianapolis, I had a lot of thoughts, right? This was the first ever Pokemon Champions in-person regional. And I just come off of going 2-6 twice in a row from the past 2 regionals, and I was pretty down in the dumps about my abilities as a competitor. I was like, oh, my 4-4 result in Seattle was a fluke. I don't get this. And my wins, I'm probably just getting lucky. And my confidence was very shaken going into Indiana. Ultimately, I was just scared of bombing again. I was scared of caring too much about my score. I was scared of being worse than my friends who were going. Like, I didn't want to be like 1-7 or 0-8 when they were all like going to day 2 or gonna 4-4, or, I just didn't want to feel like, oh, I'm the worst one. And because nobody wants to feel that way, but I also didn't want to care. I was like, let's just go have a good time. And I guess I was just scared of failing, afraid that I was going to get left behind skill-wise, that I was just going to be the worst. So for this tournament, I really wanted to approach it different mentally. The pressure to do better was kind of eating at me, and I wanted to just forget that. I wanted to just focus on just getting better at the game. It didn't matter if I was doing doing worse, the scoreline was worse. I wanted to improve as a player. So in order for me to learn, I went and I got myself yet another coach. And this time I reached out to Joe UX9. He's somebody that I watched a lot of his videos when I was first starting. And I requested that we do lots of coaching this time, not just a 1 or 2 hour session. I want like multiple sessions because I want to like actually really improve. And Joe quickly got it. And so one thing that I noticed is that when we first started going through replays, I think we were playing a Champions game. He was kind of asking me some questions about things, and I think he caught on very quickly that I did not know my basics. And he's like, wait, 1 second. Before we continue, like, do you know what all these Pokemon do?
My goal personally, if it's something that you think is feasible, is to really have you feeling like you improved a lot over these past couple weeks, and like you see the results of that. That's the goal.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, the teams that place well here, like Charizard Y did insanely well.
Wow.
And this was the most recent best of 3 tournament that's happened actually in the format, like online. Look at how many Charizard Y Aerodactyls there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? In just the top 8 of like the standard structure. It's actually adapted since this point anyways, funny enough, but there's so much refinement around the Charizard Y teams that you like absolutely have to know how to play in them. If you're not going to use Charizard Y, you have to know how to play into it because it's just too good.
Why can't you just find the counter to this team?
So like if you think about it statistically, right? Like you're showing up to Indianapolis, which has like 1,300 players, right? Yeah. Let's say Charizard Y is a dominant team, right? Realistically speaking, let's say 20% of the field brings it, right? That's going to be around like, I'm doing bad at math, clearly. But 250, like 300 players bring it, right? Well, if you're only fishing for your team to be good into that one specific team, you're not covering for like 80% of the other random teams you could play. Basically.
I see.
In a perfect world, right? We want to have your play at a level where if every matchup was 50-50, you felt confident in your ability to win. Today, try and find you a solid, stable team that feels good, and we can make any tweaks to it as need be as time progresses. And then as we're meeting, it's going to really be focused on when we meet, it'll be like Charizard Y, Gengar, and Frost last day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we spend time really working on those matchups and helping you understand how they work, breaking down your plays, doing that. Right. And then another aspect too is like if you're able to record replays or like something that we can look through together, right? Then I can actually break down on your own time how you're thinking through the game and then talk to you about like how to make better plays. Basically, the idea is that because the whole point of Scovillain is it's burning and then sitting in front of stuff forever, it theoretically makes sense because it's going to be harder to remove in front of physical attackers because normally you're parking this thing in front of a physical attacker anyways. So it makes more sense to have more defense.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna re-explain that maybe.
No. I get it. Well, no. Re-explain it.
Okay, it's okay.
And that's when I realized, well, damn, I don't know anything. Like I couldn't even like tell him what Basculegion did. I was like, oh my god, I just kind of jumped in and assumed that the more I kind of played champions, the more I would just learn some things. And yes, I did know some of the moves of some of them, but I just like realized I kind of was just hoping it all went in my brain without like actually ever knowing. So that was like wake up call number 1. After that, we did multiple sessions and it was really, really helpful. He started to like give me like ways to think about team preview. Just like I told him the things that stress me out, and he was able to walk me through a lot of like the ways maybe like questions I could be asking myself, and I felt a little bit more equipped. At some point, I remember he asked like, oh, how much time do you have like total to study left? And I was like 10 hours. And it like, if that, and it didn't really feel like I had 10 hours. And I ended up actually using only one of those 10 hours to like really study. So I felt bad. And I was definitely unprepared going in, like I always say. I was definitely more unprepared than I wanted to be. But I did do a lot more coaching this time. And we were practicing a sand team. And this is a team that Joe had made. It was Excadrill, Tyranitar, Mimikyu, Corviknight, Rotom Wash, and Hydreigon. I had been practicing this team with some friends, and I felt really comfortable. I liked it. I liked that you'd set up the sand, and Excadrill then doubles its speed in the sand. And then I liked that Corviknight was really good. And you could just like bulk up and you could even have speed control with Tailwind. And I liked how the team functioned in general. So it's why I was like, I'm doing sand. And I was like locked in on sand for a while. About 5 days before the tournament, before Indy, I got on a coaching session with Joe and I was like, okay, I really, really want to like lock in on sand. Like if this is the team I'm bringing, like I want to make sure by today. And he's like, okay, let's do that. But he's like, before you lock in on sand, I want to propose one different team to you.
Fundamentally, why I'm thinking this team would be better for you too is because I actually think it's easier to learn than the sand team. I think on average, your games will, yes, I think your games on average will be a little bit like more direct because think about it, you're playing to a very linear win condition, right? Which is, I get up Tailwind, I attack, I get enough damage, I kill everything.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
With sand, for example, right? If I'm playing against the Zard Glamora stuff, you have to manage weather control. You have to manage the Citrus Chomp, getting rid of it, the Tailwind pressure with Whimsicott, right? And playing around the Tailwind turns. And you also have to manage the pressure of, like, what's their lead? If they lead Glim plus... Well, sorry, I'm not trying to make it sound really complicated or scary, but if they lead Whimsicott and, like, Glamora, and you lead like T-Tar Exca, that's great. But if you lead T-Tar Exca and they lead Garchomp, well, then you could switch to Corviknight, but then you have to choose whether you lock into Brave Bird or Tailwind because of Encore pressure plus switch to Zard. And the nice thing about Kleavor is it's at, do you know how Stoneaxe works? Like what it does?
No.
So this is Kleavor.
Ugly, but okay.
Yeah, he's pretty ugly. I mean, I feel like I always give you an ugly Pokemon.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's okay.
Always, you always have an ugly Pokemon.
Always.
But, no, Stoneaxe, there you go. So yeah, like you can see it's 60. So 65 power looks bad, but when you factor in sharpness boost, because it gets boosted, it gets a 1.5 multiplier to its base power.
Which
so
is?
It's actually more like, well, you tell me actually.
65 point is, well.
I got the number already, actually.
25 to 32, 0, 5, 6. Okay, I'm almost there. It's 5, 7, 9, 97.5.
Yes, let's go, dude. Oh my
W
goodness.
math.
Let's go. W math. Factoring in stab as well.
Wait.
It's gonna hit more like
97.5 times another 1.5. Is that how that works? Nah, fuck this. You got a calculator?
140. Like you could just estimate around 145, 146.
Wait, that's a lot.
Range. Yeah, so it's pretty strong. But also too, the other benefit is it's setting stealth rocks. So the way stealth rocks works, do you know how rocks work in general? Like what stealth rock effect is?
I think it like puts rocks on their side and upon switch in.
yeah, so they just put the rocks on their side. What do the rocks do?
It's like damages them or some shit, right? They like go in and they take like some percentage of their health. I think he thought I was underprepared maybe a little bit. So he's like, this team seems simple and great into the meta. And I went, yeah, sign me up. So I locked in on this Floette team 5 days before Indy. I was cramming showdown games. I was sharing the team with my two friends, Ian and David, because we had agreed, I think at LA, that we would all bring the same exact team to Indy in solidarity. And so we did. And so we were cramming the team together. We were just taking turns running showdown games, just getting our feet wet with the team. Essentially with that, we kind of just went to Indy. We weren't super prepared. We didn't have a ton of time with the team, but we felt pretty good.
Hello. We're
Going.
officially going to Indiana.
First time. And we're going for Pokemon Regionals. Let's go.
Wait, so how are you feeling about your team?
Well, the team itself I feel okay about. It's got Kleavor on it, which is my Charizard Y counter. I haven't had the practice I wanted with it. What about you?
I love my team. I'm actually in love with my team.
Did you practice more?
I didn't get to play that much because like it just takes so long to play games. I went on a 5-win streak, then lost one, then went on a 6-win streak, then lost one, and then right now I'm on a 5-win streak.
On Champions?
Yeah, so I went straight to like Ultra Ball like 2 or Ultra Ball 1.
What's the strat? Explain to the people.
So I wanted to use Gliscor, my favorite Pokemon, but they don't have Poison Heal in Champions, so I had to use Sandbale. So I'm running Blight Powder, Gliscor with Sandbale and Tyranitar to set up Sandstorm, and it is probably one of the most tilting things to play against. 80% of my battles, they forfeited after losing one mon.
Wait,
like
really?
80% of my battles, they FF.
That's where our teams are at. Wish us luck. We're on the way to the airport. You've got like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I'm on 2 hours of sleep. I'm tired.
Maybe you can nap on the plane.
Oh, I'll nap on the plane.
And we get to Indianapolis. We go straight to our Airbnb. It ends up being right smack dab in the middle of downtown. We have a very fun loft. There's a basketball hoop and there's billiards and there's a TV. And we drop our stuff off and we go straight to the convention center, which was just a 5-minute walk, honestly. We pick up our wristbands and then we go get burgers. Shout out Brandon from my community. Thank you so much for all the recommendations of places we should eat. I ended up going to like 3 of them.
So you sprained your ankle like this when you were young? Yeah. But now you're old, so you might die.
Moments before disaster.
Go back to the Airbnb and we last second cram. I was going through just like what's our matchup into Char Y? What's our matchup into Rain? What's this? What do we do for this? What's our team weak to? What's our team good against? Just like so Garchomp 4x weak, Ice King Gambit 4x weak, fighting Talonflame 4x weak, Rock. Okay. Okay. What about a fire matchup, a sun matchup? And we went to bed. I can't sleep until maybe like 1. And the worst part is that Indianapolis is 3 hours ahead. Okay. So it felt like I was sleeping and I was already on kind of a bonkers sleep schedule here. It's like I tried to go to bed at the equivalent of like, I don't know, 9 p.m. over here. And I'm like, oh, great. So can't sleep. And then I don't know what motorcycle group decided to have like a engine revving competition at like 2 a.m. So it's 2 a.m. and they're like, then they like, I thought they'd leave. And then I realized they're just like looping. So they're just looping outside the street.
It is currently 4:50 a.m. in the fucking morning. I hear loud ass noises outside. And literally right outside of our Airbnb, the fucking garbage truck is just parked and crushing garbage for like the past 30 minutes. Leslie's room is right below mine and right next to this fucking wall as well. So I know this is louder for her than it is for me. And I know for a fact that she's fucking pissed.
I was able to sleep for, I don't know, 4 hours or something like that.
Good morning, Indianapolis!
What did everybody get?
I got the classic bacon, egg, and cheese.
You would.
Why would I would?
I'm just saying, it's like, it gives Abe.
Oh, I thought it was from New York and all of a sudden.
Oh, because I'm from New York.
Yeah, take it that way.
And I got an Asiago bacon with cheese.
An egg. And they forgot our coffee, so we're gonna be grumpy. Like, oh yeah, they forgot Abe's hot
chocolate.
So I wake up after the rough night of sleep and we head to the convention center, and immediately the energy in the convention center was so much more, just better. There was so much energy, and you could just tell everybody was there. You know, it was the first regional champions. Everybody was hyped, including me. I look around and I'm like, ah, shit, here we go again.
Hello, everyone. We are here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We've made it to the promised land. It is 8:07. It is Saturday. Today is the first day of Pokemon Champions. We are here with Abe. Our first match starts at 8:30. All right, it's 8:10. Ian, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling alive, and I'm ready to rock. Yeah!
David, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
He's actually the most prepared. This guy knows he knows everything. I don't even know all the Pokemon in the format. I was like, is Steelix in the format? They're like, yeah. And I was like,
Steelix doesn't matter. The reason why you don't know is because no one's bringing.
So you're saying I don't know?
Steelix round 1.
I was going to bring it.
Steelix round 1. Okay, we're going to VGC. Our match is starting in about 20 minutes. Confidence-wise, this time I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying not to crash out. Prep-wise, obviously I had AT&T Annihilator Cup, a lot of other things, but I wanted to come because I was told that there'd be a lot of people here. It's the first one on Champions. The energy was going to be good, and I already feel it. Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Mr. Krabs, are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it, SpongeBob.
Oh, hey, how are you?
No, good luck. You got this. He was so locked.
Wow, there's so many tables. We've never had this many.
Hello. This is my round 1 opponent. What's your name?
Chris.
This is Chris. I'm Leslie. We're about to go into round 1.
Are y'all ready for round 1? All right, we begin.
My very first opponent was a guy named Christopher, and he was running Mega Meganium, Dragonite, Sneasler, Kingambit, Aerodactyl, and Farigiraf. I remember before the match, we were just kind of chatting, and he said, I'm running a Mega that you're not going to see very often. It kind of got in my head, and I was like, what Mega? So I was like, oh, frick. What does Mega Clefable do? What does Mega Gyarados do? I'm like thinking of all these like really rare Megas. And I think he was talking about Meganium at the end of the day, but I was fairly familiar with Meganium.
Game 1, he stomped me. Game 2, I stomped him. In Game 3, I thought he was going to fake out my Talonflame, so I protected. And instead he faked out my Sleever, so I just protected. I wasted a turn. He got Tailwind up. Like if I dual wing beated with my Talonflame, the game would have looked totally different because then his Sneasler cleaned out the rest of my team. The game I did win, I did dual wing beat on Sneasler, so I need to remember to prioritize dual wing beat on Sneasler. And I got to remember that Ironhead Oko's Sneasler. I'm learning things as I'm playing. This is like good practice. Anyways, lost Game 1 in good spirits. I feel like I'm getting my team more. All right, let's find everyone else.
I won game 1. Let's fucking go. Took some funny ass notes. First game, they insta-killed my Gliscor, but I ended up still winning anyways. Insta-killed Gliscor, but still won. Opponent visually frustrated. Game 2, opponent misses twice on Gliscor XD.
1. What did I say? I said everybody won definitely except me. All right, game 2 is beginning, and we're at table 83 against Mr. Nathan Bishop. I'm coming back a winner. One good thing about Pokemon conventions is that the women's restroom is empty. It's really nice.
Game 2 came around. I remember this set felt so good. It was into Charizard Y, Aerodactyl, Garchomp, Sylveon, Farigiraf and Basculegion. And something I realized, I was like very aware of everything happening. Like I was not doing any priority moves around Farigiraf. I felt like I was thinking. I know that that's kind of the bare minimum when it comes to games like this, but for me, a lot of the times the panic just overcomes me. I'm very like scared and I stop thinking. But I actually remember I was like very in control. I was like always thinking, what are they going to do? And I think one of the biggest improvements I have made in Pokemon is my first thought when I see a turn is, what are they clicking? I don't know. And this sounds so basic, and maybe this was like what I was supposed to be doing from day one, but I always would just think, what's right in front of my face and how do I kill it? And I don't even think about what they're clicking. How do I do the biggest damage to them? I see something and it's so juicy, that thing is going to die to a low kick, or it's going to die to like this move because I know my type chart and this is super effective against that. And I'm like, I'm gonna click it. But I stopped thinking like that for just a little bit. I was like, wait, if I am them, what am I clicking? I would write down those moves. I would pretend that I knew that they were gonna make that move. I was like, what is the most obvious play for them? Or even didn't have to be the most obvious, but like, what is this kind of this most default play I'm going to expect from them? And then I would write that down. I'd look at it and I'd pretend that I know that is exactly what they did. And then I would react to it. I was like, if I know they're going to protect, why the heck am I going to target it? Right? Or if I with them, I would swap, right? This is a terrible match for me. I'm going to swap into something in the back. And then I would think, well, what would I bring in the back? You know, I was able to like think, and I was like, I think I'm improving. Like that was improvement. I know this sounds so dumb, but I'm like really like, wow, I think I'm playing a little bit better, because I'm not just thinking kill the thing in front of me. So that I was having an epiphany during these games. So I was feeling really good. I was like learning, and something about tournament days, like you can't recreate it on Showdown or on Ladder. You have to play it in the moment, and you really learn from those games. I wish I could recreate that regional practice feeling, like, and just practice like that, because I was like, oh my God, I learned something. Oh my God, I'm learning. So anyways, I feel very confident. I 2-0. I felt kind of bad because the guy said like everyone had these major counters for Charizard Y. And I was like, yeah, I think everybody coming into this tournament had an answer for Charizard Y, including me. And his name is Cleaver.
But I get to turn in my first today. It's time. My first of many today. Oh. Hi there. Can I turn this in? Yeah. Thank you.
Literally, we were playing. I won. Thankfully, it came down to the wire. Game 3, like end state position. His Mega Scizor versus my Kingambit Talonflame.
Oh, okay. 1v2.
1v2. He had close combat and Bullet Punch. Talonflame in range of getting knocked out. It came down to me predicting that he was going to Bullet Punch my Talonflame and protecting on the right turn. And it was like 3 turns of like protect, Bullet Punch, countdown cleave, 30%. Countdown cleave again. He kills it. He kills my Talonflame, but another 30%. And then just in range, close combats. I haven't used Chople. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. That's Pokemon. Ooh, it was really good.
Let's go.
And like every game we had, like game 1, close. Yeah. Game 2, close. Game 3, close. Wonderful guy. Great talking to him. That's Pokemon's, baby.
Let's go. I think we made a good call on team. I ran into Zard Y right off the bat. Boom. I mean, he just, I had Cleaver in. He just ate the fucking 2-0. Boom!
I just won game 2. We just got our pairings for game 3, but game 2 was so fucked. I genuinely feel like a bad person. So the person that I'm playing against, we got to game 3. I lost game 1, went to game 2, and then on game 3, I'm on 20 HP on my Gliscor. I had to sack my Tyranitar to get Sandstorm back up, and this guy misses 4 times in a row for me to win. I feel like a bad person, but I won. So I guess I'm the villain here.
This is the highest I've ever been.
This is.
I've never been single digits before.
Table 9.
I'm single digits.
Table 9. Okay, table 301.
First time ever VGC single digits. First time ever, and guess who's sitting right across from me? I'm not playing against him.
What's going on, gamers? Are you subscribed to the Fuslie YouTube channel? Make sure you're subscribed. Thumbs up the video.
Let's go.
For game 3, it was a Frostlass, Whimsicott, Sneasler, Kingambit, Basculegion, and another Cleaver. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm facing a Cleaver match. Popped off. I got a 2-0 again. I felt really in control of the game again. So at this point, I'm 2-1, and I was like, not to be my results-oriented self, but I was like, wow, even if I lose everything else, I'll already be 2-6, which is what I've been for the past 2. So I think that took off stress, knowing that I couldn't do worse than before. So I think I was able to kind of breathe.
2-0. I'm proud. So Okay, worst case, we go 2-6.
Sure.
This is my round 3 opponent. How do you feel?
Good. I think like I got outled super hard in this game, and like Tailwind and Earthquake, I don't have too many answers for. Like I can go Whimsicott, but you had Poison Jab.
I know.
So it was so scary to be like, oh, I'm gonna switch in because I'm slower, and then I get Poison Jab and I die immediately. So it's like
I made a last-minute call with my coach to swap. We were running stomping tantrum instead of Poison Jab, and he's like, "Listen, there's Whimsicott running everywhere. You got it. You're gonna have Poison Jab, and that's gonna go." Pow! And I was like, "Okay." So you're my first Whimsicott victim. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It was an honor. So.
And at that moment, I was
Wait,
like,
you faced Christopher Hahn?
I was against Christopher
Oh,
Hahn, and I was like,
the Hahn brothers.
I was like, I'm cooked. And then we play turn 1. Turn 1, I get some momentum. Turn 2, reads me like a book. Turn 3, pretty back and forth. And then afterwards, he was like, that was really well played. I was like, thanks, my second regional. He's like, you play really well. And I was like, and the fact that it was, now that I've learned, the Hahn brothers and the guy next to him
Kevin
was
Hahn,
like,
he's gonna age up into Masters soon.
Yeah, and the guy next to him was like, oh yeah, he beat me. I was like, you know what? That's a W. We're 3-0.
That's Christopher Hahn. He's really, really good.
Yeah, the second game he was on it, bro. He had so many reads. I kept forgetting that he'd protect his Sneasler turn 2 after not getting the fake out.
Yeah.
Just finished game 3 and I won again. I don't know how the fuck I'm 3-0 right now. This is actually crazy. And every single one of my opponents after every game look pissed. I genuinely might be a bad person.
Did you win?
I'm 3-0 right now.
Wait, are you gonna be at table 1 next time? Dude, you could day 2 here. Let's fucking go. I want to see who your next opponent is because you might start facing like. What if you face Wolf? I realize I'm still being too results oriented. Like I'm in a good mood because I'm winning, and I shouldn't be this happy. So it's all right. It's going good. But I don't want to like let the losses define me or the wins. So right now, like it's going good.
And then round 4 happened. And round 4 was something. Something happened with switches. I believe the IP addresses or something were overloading like the docks or the system. I don't even know. I don't know the tech behind it. We sit down and every single person who's playing is like having connection issues. Like nobody's connecting. Everyone's having errors back to back to back to back. We sit there and we are trying to connect for maybe 20 minutes. We're just talking to each other. The guy next to me is playing freaking Mario Kart. The girl across from him is like, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom, comes back. She's like, did I miss anything? We're like, nope, it's been the same. Then they come by. They're like, if anyone needs to use the restroom, now's the time. So I was like, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So I go use the bathroom. I come back. I was like, did anything change? And they're like, nope, we've still been here. And then they make an announcement. They're like, if you are able to get into a game, try to get into that game. Maybe we see like 10 or 15 people able to play. We kind of keep getting baited thinking we're gonna play, but no, we're never able to play. My table, at least, we're not playing. I look and I see some people are done, including my friends. Like I saw Abe finish, I saw David finish, I saw people finishing. I was like, wow, they all got to play. Then there's this announcement that's like, we're sorry that the bathrooms aren't working. And we're very aware of the issue. So I'm like, oh my God, there was bathroom problems. There were tech problems. Essentially, everybody was starting to lose their minds.
Just lost game 4, but it's all good. I think I just overthink. If I played the same way that he did, then I think I could have won that. But he basically just like completely like disrespected like the protect and like all the swap-ins and like every threat. Super linearly just went for like super effective shit and it worked out for him. There's like internet issues right now, so like half the people or more than half the people can't even get into the games. I'm probably gonna be sitting here waiting for everyone to finish for like over an hour.
For round 4, I met my opponent. Everyone on our table had connection problems, and then everyone in the room had connection problems, and they started announcing, and they're like, oh, if you're not able to play, you're just like, don't worry, sit tight, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, you're on a break until 1:30 p.m. So I still haven't played my round 4 opponent. Abe won. Oh, Abe.
I lost.
But he lost to Dylan Matthews, who I think he's like a really good player. Oh, yeah, that guy, I know him. Yeah, don't feel bad. Like top 4 VGC Houston. That's why I know his name. 3-1, 3-1, 2-2. 2-1. We're looking good.
Yeah, we're looking good.
We all have a chance. It's not until we have 3 losses that there's no hope anymore.
At a 1:25, I'm like taking pictures with some fans and I'm like, hello, we're doing like fan interaction. And I was meeting a lot of you. I realize it's 1:30 and I'm like late. I'm in the middle of like taking a photo. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. I see the person playing against, her name is Tracy. And she's saying like, okay, yeah, there's kind of the same problems. We're unable to connect for probably about 10 minutes. And they say to keep trying. We're collecting at this point just different error screens. It was kind of fun, honestly. She's like, this is a new one. I was like, oh, I haven't seen that one. This one's got a QR code. Now I'm stuck here. Oh, now my entire Switch just turned off. Oh, cool. Like, how many times do you guys want to like power cycle? Like, I think I power cycled 20 times. So we had just been through it. We were kind of exhausted. And finally, we get into a room. And so we are like, oh my God, we've done it. So we exchange team sheets. I look at her team. It is Joe's sand team. It was the exact team that I was going to run to a T. Everything. Hydreigon, Mimikyu, Rotom Wash, Corviknight, the same move sets. I think maybe one move was different. I can't remember, but you'd think that that's a good thing, but it was actually terrifying because I hadn't thought about my matchup into it. And I was like, oh my God, I know how to pilot this team. I don't know how to play against it. And I do remember one thing. Joe's voice echoed in my head. The funny thing about this new team is that it has a bad matchup into sand. Bad matchup into sand. And I was like, my team has a bad matchup into sand. So I was like, this is not good. And I was looking at the Rotom Wash and I'm like, how am I going to kill it? I don't have any grass types on my team. In that minute, I was just kind of like, but I picked some Pokemon. The timer goes down. The game's about to start and boom, we DC. But there's this like strange thing that happens now is that she knows my team. I know her team. So I'm panicking. I'm like, wait, okay, did I pick the right leads? How do I beat this? I'm like trying to strategize how to beat the team in my head. I can't think straight. I really didn't like this because I don't know. I had time to think now, and she had time to think, and I was like, "Is this changing the state of our game now? Like, because am I going to choose the same leads? Is she's going to choose the same leads?" I think by tournament rules, you can, we hadn't seen each other's leads. You can pick whatever you want going in for the second one, but it is different when you like can sit on each other's team for a long time, right? Because and some people I knew saw each other's team and then had that 1 hour break. It's like different than seeing your team for a minute and a half, right? You have basically team preview for an hour. They came over 5 minutes later. They moved us to a new station, and we finally, about 15 minutes later, were able to play out our first game. Tracy wins, and then we DC again. And she's like, at least we get one game done. And I was like, we have one game done. Somehow, I am able to win the next 2 games. I was able to think. There was one call that I felt like I think it kind of won me the game. It was kind of a simple call. I was just like, that Tyranitar, I got an easy close combat into it, but it's going to protect 100%. I pivoted and I swapped and I double targeted and it paid off. I think that was the last game. And so we won game 4 and I was 3-1 at this point. Okay. And I was ecstatic. I hadn't been 3-1 or up this many games since Seattle. 4 games. I had won 3 of them. I was finally feeling like, I don't know, I was finally feeling like I belonged at a regional. I was like, I get it. I understand it. I'm thinking, I'm winning. And I think that it felt really, really good just to be like in that place.
You won. Okay, nice.
I'm 3-1.
Okay, nice. Let's go. 2-2. Yo, I had a crazy rough start, but it's okay. Well, hold on.
Do you need lessons?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. We gotta see where we are at the end of that day. That's crazy. Maybe I told you too. I took a nap.
2:45.
I took a nap when I woke up. Hey, he took a whole ass nap. Yeah.
It's been over 2 hours since I met my round 4 opponent.
If you took that long and you lost, I would have been upset.
It was damn close. She won the first one, and then I was like, why the hell am I bringing Talonflame when her team is slower than me in general? Like, I thought I was too committed to the Tailwind shit. I was like, I need Rocks Up. I'm gonna get Cleaver. Cleaver's my goat, by the way. Cleaver's my actual goat. Yeah, that was really good. Cleaver is my freaking goat. Everybody just cheered because the round 4 finally finished 2.5 or 3 hours later than when it started. It started at like 12:15. It's 3:30. It's round 5. I'm at sub-100 tables. Let's go, 78.
I think that was probably the high of my tournament experience. Then came round 5. I actually remember my opponent sat down with a confidence that got in my head. He was just like confident. And I was like, wow, this guy's going to be good. I don't know what it was. I just like, he had an aura. I was like, you're going to be good at this. And I saw Charizard, Aegislash, Mega Floette, Garchomp, Sinistcha, and Incineroar. I think I tunneled a little too hard on the Incineroar, and for some reason, I was like, he's going to lead that Incineroar, and I'm going to lead my Kingambit, and I'm going to get a Defiant boost off right away. I don't know why. I like locked in on this thought that he was going to lead Incineroar. He did not lead Incineroar, okay? He led Aegislash, Charizard, and I led Kingambit and Cleaver, okay? Not the lead I wanted. This is where I all fell apart. I didn't really think, if I'm him, what am I clicking? I didn't have that thought process. I just thought, how do I kill that Charizard? How have I killed it in the past? I Stone Axe it. Right, let me Stone Axe that thing. King Gambit, I think I was like, a dark move is super effective into Aegislash. So I'm pretty sure I just clicked Kowtow Cleave into Aegislash. Just like I went back to my Goo Goo Gaga, the ways I would think before I improved, okay? I was panicking and he was just better. I mean, he just was playing a clean game, but I was immediately humbled after my ego was like skyrocket. I was like 3-1, who am I? Yeah, boom. 3-2, 2-0'd, boom, boom, instantly humbled, but I was in good spirits. It was just funny. I haven't like had a turn go that badly in a long time. And it wasn't even like a misclick or anything. It was just like, I did not think, what is he going to click, right? I didn't think about speed. I just thought, Goo Goo Gaga, big damage, bam, bing, bam, boop. That was my thought process.
We've been humbled. Hate to report, both of us have been
What comes up must come down.
And boy, are we down.
But you know, what comes up and comes down? A roller coaster, which is so much fun.
Goes
and
back
we're
up.
still having fun here at the crossroads of America,
At the
Indianapolis,
That's fucking
Indiana.
right. You notice how like there's almost everybody still playing? That's how you know we both got O2'd.
Because we said we're efficient losers, brother. We said we're not hanging around.
You're gonna beat us, make it fast.
Yeah. We're not, you know, doing a little bit. It's done. How do we do?
Ooh. Humbled quick.
Humbled?
Let me show.
Me first? Yeah.
I won.
Woo! Okay. Wait, 2-0. Okay, we got 2-0'd.
Yeah, we got 2.
I'm trying to find.
We both got 2.
It was quick. I sat down and James Bake was 2 down, and I went, "Hey James," and he's like, "What? You're 3-1?" I went,
"You?
Yeah, we're the same.
You?
Me and you, we're not so different."
So we're all 3-2 now.
Yeah.
You're all 3-2.
Oh shit.
Let's freaking go. And I mean, Abe is 3-1 going in that, so he could either be 4-1 coming out or 3-2 coming out. It is round 5. Wait, 6? Round 6. I'm currently 3-2. I'm feeling tired, I'm not gonna lie, feeling hungry, but I'm gonna end this game a winner. See you with my pink slip. This is my prep for every time. Do this face down so they can't see my team. I open my team sheet or my notebook to the new page. I write game 6, and then I'm like their leads, and then I write down what their leads are, and then I plug my switch in like this. Sure. And I'm ready.
Match 6, I faced a Charizard, Sneasler, Incineroar, Sinistcha, King Gambit, and Floette. I think I was overly excited to see a Charizard Y. I think I over-prepared for it. I was like, oh, perfect. Let me just bring Cleaver and set up the rocks. No. I actually got so owned by Mateen, I think is his name. It was my worst set by far. Just so many things went wrong, but a big thing that happened is like one of the turns I miss a Stone Axe right away onto an Incineroar. He says something along the lines of like, ooh, and rocks for like the one thing that could beat me. And I was like, frick. You know, I lost. You know, I'm like, I freaking lost to that. And then after that, like my Cleaver goes down, I bring in my Floette, I forgot to Mega it. Apparently he literally told me, he's like, you forgot to Mega your Floette. And I was like, I did? Oops. I was just so frazzled, you know, and I really hated that. I was just like, I think this is just one thing I really need to work on is like, I make one mistake and then I'm like, and then the rest of the match, I'm like frazzled, right? So it's kind of the opposite of how I was playing earlier. It didn't help that I was hungry. We had that massive break. It was just so many things. So I was trying to fight through the fatigue of around this time. In every single regional, it is around match 6, 7 that are the hardest. Match 8 is kind of fine because you're like, oh, it's almost done, but you're hungry at this point. You're tired. You are like mentally just like, you're like beating yourself up. It's kind of easy to continue to beat yourself up. So that's what happened. And I fell to match 6.
That one was my least favorite match by far, I think, so far, just because, I mean, I got outplayed by the other guy too, but this one felt worse because I missed a Stone Axe that, like, because it missed, it just lost the entire game. It was a Stone Axe on the Incineroar. I just, like, lost heart for it.
There we go.
Oh!
This one's Dragonite, this one's Kangaskhan, this one's Incineroar, this one's Gengar, this one's Sneasler, this one... Is that Garchomp? This one's Garchomp, this one's T-Tar, this one's Excadrill, this one's Floette, Eternal Floette, this one's Rotom Wash, this one's Basculegion, this one's Meganium, this one's Sinistcha, this one's Glimora, this one's Aerodactyl, this one's Mega Starmie. Mega Starmie gets huge power. No, I'm kidding. Free stickers? Are we for real? This is awesome. I got a lot of cool stickers today. If I don't come out a winner today, it's okay because I come out a sticker haver. You might have dubs and you might get to day 2 and I can't, but you don't have stickers. Another regional, another failure.
to get to day 2.
I was really mad at my cleaver and I was venting to my friends. I remember telling Joe, I was like, bro, F this cleaver. It missed a stone axe. And he's like, yo, you gotta believe in your cleaver. And I was like, what? He's like, you gotta believe in it. You gotta tell it, like, I believe in you. You're not gonna miss that stone axe and it's not gonna miss. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's not gonna miss. You're right. My cleaver's the GOAT. And going into match 7, all right, I'm facing a hard Trick Room team. Torkoal, Oranguru, Mega Crabominable, Vivian. I don't know how to say any of these Pokemon names. Kangaskhan, and King Gambit. I was like, that's hard Trick Room. And I have not prepared for that. I don't know how, but somehow I had a clean game. Okay. I was popping off. On one turn, okay, though, the Vivian puts my cleaver to sleep. Okay. And it's Torkoal, Vivian, King Gambit, and my sleeping cleaver. Okay. I think one turn of sleep has passed, which is a guaranteed turn of sleep. I know that Torkoal is trying to heat wave, or I think I'd done some damage to it, so an eruption wasn't going to be good, but it's gonna heat wave. Trick Room is up. So I protect on the King Gambit, and a heat wave comes around. Boom, the protect goes off, and the heat wave misses my cleaver. And I was like, oh my God, let's go. And then Oranguru goes, don't instruct. And I found out what instruct does. I had no idea. It waves its wand and then instructs Torkoal to go again. Heat wave comes around, don't protect from the King Gambit. And then heat wave missed my cleaver again.
And then I woke up first turn. And then got an O-code his Torkoal. Is that not insane?
That is insane.
So 2 heat wave misses. I get the turn 1 wake up and stone axe him back and kill him. That's Pokemon, baby. Dodges and first turn wakes up. And O-codes the Torkoal. I was like, yo. I had to refrain from like saying like sorry to that guy. I had to refrain.
Popped off on him.
I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry that happened to you.
Oh my goodness.
And it dodged Heat Wave 1. Heat Wave 2. And wait. While
dodged while he was sleeping. He's like, he rolls over.
And he goes,
And he goes.
For context, I believe Heat Wave has a 90% accuracy. So the 10% happens again, and then my cleaver gets the wake up, okay, which is a 33% chance. So I don't know statistically speaking what that is. Okay, you know what? I'm actually curious. 0.33%. And then I land the stone axe. Okay, so then add that on. Sorry, I'm getting all excited about the probability of this happening. 10% times 10% times 33% times 90%. Okay. Oh, chills. 0.3%. Anyways, I don't know if that won me the game or anything, but it was just something that I was like, I believed in my cleaver. I was looking at him. I was like, you can do this. I win, and I am up 4-3. Okay, guys, I was so happy.
I have matched my Seattle score, which is my best ever.
Huge.
Which means I still have a chance and I can go 5-3 for the day. Which sounds crazy.
That would be crazy.
I'm 4-4 at least. Well, I'm 4-3 right now. I feel so happy. That was hard. Jonathan Zuniga is my next opponent. Wish me luck. I'm very scared. I actually know of him, and I don't know why. I think I've watched him in Top Cut or something. I'm pretty sure I watched his game before. It's okay. I'm just gonna put up my best fight, but I definitely have seen him. I've watched his games to practice.
My final match was against Jonathan Zuniga, and I looked at the name and I was like, why do I know that name? Why do I know who that is? I realized it's because I had studied his games before when I was practicing for a past regional, okay? Boom. Okay, is him at the 2026 Orlando Houston Championships in the top 4. And so I remember hearing his name from the broadcast. I was like, crap, that's my final opponent. He top 4 at a regional. I started telling him like, great. I should just drop out now, you know? I remember telling some people and they're like, listen, he's the same score as you, Leslie, okay? Anyone is beatable. In Pokemon, anyone is beatable. Stop getting in your own head. And I was like, you're right. Stop getting in my own head, okay? He's just another player. It's okay. He's not immortal. Just because, you know, even if you're the world champ, they're beatable. I sit down. Unfortunately, I was not able to overcome my fear and my hands were shaking. Okay. I'm like, frick. He knows me. He knows he's going to get, he knows when I'm about to click. He's a good player. You know, I kept telling myself, like, stop, you know, I was trying to push away those thoughts, but unfortunately they absolutely got the best of me. I remember I was losing track of things. Like one of the things that happened was I was looking at his Sylveon and for some reason, I was just staring at it and I'm like, I should poison jab the Sylveon. I don't know why, but like I just like froze. And then like I see the timer, and the timer is like what makes me like, oh my God. And I literally last second click poison jab, and I click the Sylveon, and then boom, the timer. It's like, you did not input anything. A move has been chosen for you. And I'm like, please let my move go through. No, Dragon Claw goes on the Venusaur. And I was like, great. This guy thinks I'm a freaking idiot. So I felt like I had to explain myself, but I didn't. I was like, I wanted to be like, I know, I don't know. I wanted to explain, but I just, anyways, I freaking got owned. That was the last game. I choked. I was really frustrated that I didn't like that. I was really disappointed with how I played that. I ended the day 4-4.
I lost for you guys, all right? So that we can all relate. I tried really hard. I tried so hard.
Okay, we just finished playing all 8 games. I started 3-0, I ended 3-5. Don't at me. I don't want to talk about it. Hello. What's going on right now?
We're watching the GOAT himself, Wolf Blick.
On the main stage. Both of them are 7-0 right now.
7-0.
Final match.
After that high horsepower comes through, you can follow up with a knockoff.
You're right. You're right.
I was really proud of myself. I was very happy with not just the score. I'm happy that I got 4-4 and went 4-4 at this tournament. I'm happy with my mental throughout the whole thing. I think I definitely had moments of weakness that I want to improve on, but I think overall, when I lost, it didn't hit as hard. I was able to laugh about it. I was able to joke about it. And when I won, I felt like I deserved those wins. It was a lot of 2-0s and a lot of 0-2s. I either got destroyed or I destroyed. When I destroyed, it didn't feel like I was getting lucky. Like I literally felt like I was in control of the games. I was making call outs and predictions that were paying off. And that had never happened to me in previous regionals. So I was like, whoa, I might be actually getting better. But then I would get immediately humbled and realize I don't know anything about Pokemon the second I would like get destroyed. So I don't know. I'm still a beginner, but I'm very happy at the end of the day with that result. I got to meet a ton of people at the convention center. Someone came up to me and asked me to teach him how to do the Luddy. And I was like, are we really gonna do this right now?
Okay. Your arms stiff. You need to like loosen it. Okay, like that. And you can't just like, you practice that.
Bro, I turn around, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Leslie's teaching someone how to do the Luddy.
Okay.
Are you guys doing the Luddy now?
The Luddy, yeah!
I taught him how to do the Luddy. So shout out to that guy. Many of you guys came up to me and said that you had just watched my LA regional. And a lot of you guys were losing, right? They're like, but Leslie, I don't feel that bad because as soon as I was 0-2 or 0-3, I just like flashed back to your video and it made me feel like, okay, don't be so hard on yourself. Like your video made me like feel understood in losing. And that warmed my heart because I think I was very tunneled in on like thinking everybody just wants to see a success story, or they want to see me starting and then just ascending and getting better and better and better. And I'm not providing that. And I felt really, really sad that I couldn't provide this winning success story of a noob who becomes a regional champion. And I was like, very, very happy that people were relating to the loser story. It makes losing feel not that bad. And at the end of the day, right, there's a ton of people losing at these events. We're all going out. We are enjoying the competitive sport of Pokemon. And a ton of us, while for every 3-0 person there is an 0-3 person. For every 1-4, there's a 4-1, there's a 1-4. For every 8-0, there's someone who freaking lost every single game. There's a lot of stories and people talking about and a lot of hype around the winners. But there's a lot of us losers too. And damn straight we're going to keep going because it's fun. And so I want to make sure that we're having fun throughout the losses. I think that's really, really important for me. One day I will ascend out of this and I will make day 2. Okay, I will do it. So that's my goal. But for now, I'm enjoying the whole losing aspect of it. You know, it's still a good time. And I was really happy that I was able to like have an okay score, 4-4, something I was still happy with and still ride out the losses. Okay. Sometimes it swings in your favor. Sometimes it swings in their favor. That is Pokemon. And that is why this game is so fun. It can, like, the luck part sucks, but you can also do things to minimize the luck, right? You're picking those inaccurate moves for the upsides of them, but they come with the downsides. There's a lot of expression in the game and a lot of choices you get to make. Abe came into this entire tournament with the goal of tilting his opponent, getting them to rage quit by building a set of Pokemon where they basically can't hit him. I was like, Abe, you're a bad person. But also it was really fun. It was fun to watch him make that team and just start laughing. Eventually I saw his character development. He came around and he's like, I don't think I want to do that to people anymore. I'm going to change my ways. And I don't think he's going to do that evasion stuff anymore. That's character development, Abe. That was Indy. I went out to celebrate with some friends afterward. We went to karaoke. We found the one Korean spot. That was a whole adventure. And it was great. We had like Joe join us. James came out. Aaron came out. It was a blast. The next day, we ended up going back to the convention center to watch Wolf because he was in the finals. I was like, wait, what? We just kept watching him. And he was like winning and winning top. He was like top cut. And then he was top 8. Then he was top 4. Then we're like, wait, we got to go watch this in person.
We came back for the first time to watch day 2 because Wolf is in the top 4 and we're like, wait, should we just go watch it? Wait, he's right there. Can you see? On the red background.
They're trained, let's see.
Brave Bird with the sharp beak at +1 does actually
And Wolf didn't win it, but he got second, which is freaking awesome. Also, the guy he played, Arsal Puri, he played some of the best Pokemon I've ever seen. I was mesmerized by how good his decisions and predictions and calls were. Like, just things I've like never even like crossed my mind. Absolutely well-deserved win. It was incredible to watch. I was like, these people are like in another league. Wolf also brought the craziest, coolest team ever, like a Mega Steelix, and was running Dragon Dance on his Tyranitar and Swords Dance on his Talonflame. I was just like, I was inspired, but like, I don't even know at what point I'm going to ever start team building. It'd be really cool, but I'm not quite there yet. And I technically did get my best placement yet. I know I'm not going to be too results focused, but let's celebrate where we can. I got 465th place out of 1,092 people. 465th, not too shabby. Okay, one day we'll break like top 100. Okay, but that's pretty good. That's the best that I've ever done, especially as a beginner coming in just, I don't know, half a year ago, a little bit over half a year ago. I have officially competed in 5 regionals and I am due for my first international. By the time you watch this, I'll already have competed in it, but I am going to NAIC in New Orleans. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who takes the time to say hello, who respects my time and space. I think a lot of times I'm very overwhelmed at these events. Some people can tell if I'm like busy, I'm like on the way to the bathroom or I'm trying to eat food or something. And I appreciate those of you who wait to give me a little space and then say hi. If I'm running somewhere, obviously, like maybe it's not the best time, but like when I'm just hanging out, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming up to me. Thank you for showing support. Thank you for watching my videos, supporting this noob on her way to her first day 2 at a Pokemon regional. And overall, I just want to focus on improving. Whether that comes with a better score line, so be it. I don't want to worry about comparing myself to my friends that I'm going with. Just worried about, am I getting better at this game in general? And of course, getting to see new places and meet new people, that's all part of the experience. And I think it's okay to still remember, like, despite me competing in 5 regionals and I'm not new to the process anymore, I am relatively new to this whole Pokemon thing still. Just because I sign up for the regional and go to them doesn't mean you get better every time you go, right? I have to put in the time. I have to put in all of it and practice, right? The practice, I got to put that in. We're doing this journey together and I'm in it for the long ride. That's going to wrap up this regionals video. Stay tuned for my first internationals vlog. I think I'm going to start vlogging more in general, not all Pokemon stuff, but just stuff I do, maybe some of the prep behind the scenes, some stuff I do to decompress. Stay tuned for some of that. Thank you for supporting and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Oh, and leave a comment. I love reading your comments. Bye-bye.